Hello everyone, Mahesh here. In today's video, we are going to learn how we can use mapping templates from API gateway to change the structure of our request body before we send it to the Lambda function. So in previous tutorials, we have deployed our created our API gateway, and we have also added a request body validation using models to our API gateway. So currently, if our request doesn't have name or age, it rejects that request with message saying that your request has invalid body. And if we pass email with our request, the request still reaches to our Lambda function and we get back with whatever event we have sent. But we don't want that. We only want to pass name and age to our Lambda. So, and we want to ignore any additional data sent with that request because we want to protect our API as well as Lambda function with unnecessary data from unnecessary data. So to achieve this, what we have to do is we have to go to this integration request section. Here we have to drop down and we have to scroll down, and here we have to select this section. Mapping templates. Now here we can create a mapping template which is by design has to be written in VTL. VTL is a velocity template language developed by Apache. This is necessary thing that because API Gateway only accepts these mapping templates in VTL. We won't dive deep into VTL because it's not necessary at this moment. But for whatever necessary is necessary for this template, I will show you while creating it. So now that now we have clicked it here, let's click on add a mapping template. Again, our data is in the JSON format, so our mapping template content will be in application JSON. So once we write that, there we see that there is a application template already created for us. But let me just delete it so that we can start it from the beginning. Now it's an empty box where we can write our mapping template. So we have already created a user model for our section. So let's select that, which will spit out a sample template for our request. Now at the top here you see that this input root variable has some value assigned to it. So this input path and then in quotes dollar, this means the whatever data request receives is assigned to input root. So that means whatever in the request body. So our request body has let's say name, age, and email. So that all that all dictionary is assigned to this input root variable. Now we can use this input root variable to assign these values to our name and age. So thing is, in this case, we just want to pass a name. So that means what we can do is grab this input root variable, and from here we just want name, and here again in the age we just want age from this request body. We won't pass any additional details coming to us, and as we are passing this body to our Lambda function, we can also change this property names. So let's say we want to pass name as username and age as user age instead of plain name and age property names. So we can do that. Now here you can see that it has to be in the JSON format. That's why our name, which is a string, has to be in quotes, and age is the number, so we don't have to put any quotes here. So that's how we write our mapping templates in VTL, where we are just sending required data to our Lambda function. Now let's save this template and go back to our test utility and see if it is working as per our expectations. Now, even if we are passing name, age, and email to our Lambda function, to our API gateway, let's see if our Lambda receives all these parameters or not. So I have this request body here, and now I click on the test button. So as soon as I click on the test button, here you can see our return event or response from our Lambda function. We don't have email passed to it, and even our names, property names from this request body have been changed to username and user age instead of plain name and age. So this is how we have already changed our request body before we can send it to the this data to the Lambda function. So this is very useful in any case where you want to change your structure of your request body before invoking it, before sending it to the Lambda. And if you want to learn more about mapping templates and what different variables we have access to at that mapping template level, you can go to the AWS documentation, which lists down all the different details that we can change or access, like account ID and user IP and what domain which has accessed this, which have invoked our API. All these variables we have access to all these variables in our mapping template. I will put link to this documentation in video description. So I hope you have found this useful, the way we can protect our Lambda function from unnecessary data. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.